Okay guys, so I'm going to talk to you about intermittent fasting. Okay. If you've already seen a video on intermittent fasting and you understand, then you don't need to watch this. But I keep getting the questions, so I'm going to keep doing videos explaining. Every single day I do consultations. I talk to a lot of people. I talk to a lot. And a lot of people, the 99% of everyone that I talk to has some kind of damage, including myself. People used to look at me when I was smaller and be like, oh my God, you're so healthy, but I wasn't healthy. I had hypoglycemia, gut issues, candida. So I had to fix those things. It takes work. Intermittent fasting is simply dieting. So why is dieting not okay? But intermittent fasting is? Because you read that it helps clearance and gives your digestive tract a break. But it doesn't talk about if you have hypoglycemia. Because if you give your digestive tract a break and you tell the hypothalamus, pituitary axis, and the adrenals, I mean, eating for, like 18 hours, 20 hours, you're going to get fracked up. Don't believe me? Do it. Find out. I do intermittent fasting and I'm okay. I'm perfectly fine on it. Okay. I constantly talk to people, more than you guys do, about this subject. Thousands. Emails, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube. Then they have all the consultations constantly. Then there's the people that I know. Then there's the people that walk up to me like, oh my God, aren't you the keto girl? And then you find out that they have metabolic damage, most of them. And the young people at the gym, young does not mean I'm metabolically okay, neither does being thin mean like, oh, I'm in metabolic damage. There are telltale signs. I always say to people, if you look at me, my skin's not paper thin, right? This is a woman almost 50. So my skin has a lot of fat in it, a lot of fat. This is not paper thin. If I was paper thin, I'd be able to pull it out to here, Not paper thin, not paper thin. There's a lot of fat in the skin, as you can see, at the age of almost 50. That's not because of my brown skin. And that's why Adi did a video on Skype with me, and she goes, I'm darker than Stephanie, and I'm 10 years younger, and I look metabolic damaged. A lot of people don't understand that who don't have brown skin. Yes, the brown skin helps you with your melanin, but it doesn't help the internal problem. So when you intermittent fast, you're putting the adrenals under stress, because when you're not, you have to adapt. When people talk about intermittent fasting, they don't even find out if they're in ketosis or not. They're just like, oh my God, that hippie, oh my God, it's just clearing out my system. But what if you have, you do this, you take from Paul to give it to Pete, and then Paul's screwed up. That's the adrenals and the thyroid. So you're not eating to help gut for issues and motility and clearance, but then the adrenals are like, dude, I need energy. I don't know what to do with a ketone. That takes time. I want my crack addicted glucose. So if you do not feed me my glucose, I'm going to rob from your muscle and convert your amino acids into glucose in 3 minutes via the adrenals, cortisol, boom, you're catabolic. How do you know? Look at people. They don't look well. Brown skin or not. You can't be a woman nearly 50 years of age with this type of muscular development unless my hormones, and body fat, unless my hormones are on point. That takes a lot of work, people. That's it. Because you know what supplement I take? Subdermal magnesium. That is it for exogenous anything. The rest of my supplements come from going to bed with great sleep hygiene, because I have an overactive mind. So I gotta calm myself down to get into enough REM state cycles so I can keep my estrogen balance and my testosterone, progesterone. A lot of you guys are having problems with your testosterone. I talk about this constantly. So go ahead and fast. Fast with the adrenal insufficiencies and watch your testosterone crash and burn. because you don't even know if you're metabolically damaged. You don't know how your liver is functioning. You don't know if you have a gallbladder problem. You don't know what's going on with your methylation cycles. Because if the adrenals are affected, everything else gets clogged up. Because when your adrenals are in the fight or flight mode, you can't poop, your hair doesn't grow, like you can't have a baby, you're infertile, but you got that great liver clearance. Remember, people, intermittent fasting is dieting. Because you're not eating every couple of hours. And our hunter-gatherers, the reason why they could fast is because they weren't lit all day long with the freaking light bulb on. Lit, turned up, on, stress. No, they didn't have that. They had periods of stress. But we're stressed 60 times a day. They might have been 60 times in a month. If that, we're 60 times a day. Text, sirens going off, poor quality water. We're not eating fresh slaughter. We're eating meats from the supermarket and bacteria and crap on it. Hormones, corn, whatever. That stresses the adrenals out. That's not normal. The body doesn't know that we're in the modern time. It can't keep up with what we're doing to it. Don't intermittent fast, not until you're in ketosis. And get a glucometer that can measure ketones and glucose. Learn how to use your glucometer to test your blood sugar. Do not use the urine strips only to prove that you are not in ketosis, right? Why is your blood ketone so great, but you're still tired in the afternoon? Learn about hypoglycemia. Fat, protein every couple of hours with hypoglycemia, and even an irritated thyroid with too low T3. Okay, guys, if you want to learn more, you can go to stephanieperson.com, Stephanie the Business Person, my Facebook fan page, Stephanie Ketogenic on my Instagram me. And don't forget about my 30-day challenge. You can pre-register your email. I probably said this before. I don't remember. I've done 3 videos in a row. Who cares? You guys, I think I said I was going to South Africa and then to Australia. And then, I'll be announcing these dates for you Aussies out there that want to come and watch me speak live on the subject with maybe less sarcasm and a little bit more excitement because I'll be in Australia. Yes, I think it's time to peace out. Cannot intermittent fast. You always have to break the fast. And if you want to lose weight on keto, that takes time. Because all you're going to do is lose muscle and lose water and be like, oh my God, I lost 15 pounds of weight. No, you lost water and muscle. And now you're developing hypoglycemia. Or high blood sugar, right? You might develop physiological insulin resistance because you're not eating every couple of hours. You're not eating enough fat. And people are like, oh, you can't eat too much protein. No, you can't eat, you can eat protein because people do that because they don't eat enough fat. They want to feel satiated. What are you going to do? Just eat some cucumber? Even that'll spike your blood sugar. We eat some broccoli, some cruciferous, and that's it. You have to have your fats up and you have to have your protein down. That's the way it is. Don't like it? That's the way it is. Don't believe me? Use your glucometer and test over and over again, all day long. People think that you can't have your fats too high because fat too high means that you can't lose weight. Somebody said, you keep saying that keto's not about weight loss. I'm like, no, it's about health. And that when you're healthy, fat loss is a by-effect. It's like, see, fat loss is a by-effect. Crappy lighting. Of being healthy. So I'm almost 50, busted knee, can't run, jump, lunge, or squat. Yet I have a low body fat percent because I'm highly adaptive, been doing the damn thing for 9 years, and I don't skip meals. I eat. Girl loves to eat. Who doesn't love to eat? And all of a sudden I was like, fasting is so fabulous. It's so good. It's like, ugh. What about your adrenals? I don't know. You know what's going on with your adrenaline, your cortisol production? I don't know. What's going on with your sleep? I think I sleep. Do you dream? Oh, no, but I still, no, you don't. Yeah. What happens to the crashing in the afternoon? And like, naps are healthy. Guys, want to learn more, you know what to do. Go to stephanieperson.com if you still want to pre-register your email. The challenge will officially start on January 15th. And the pre-sign up will definitely start by January 7th to give you a week's time to collect the necessary information that I will send to the people who pre-register their email on what to do to get started on the 30-day challenge. And that one, I'm pumped. Then I'm doing all this traveling. What am I crazy? Or I'm just stuff. All right.